So, I think we've all accepted the fact that Kathleen Kennedy isn't going anywhere. She sits atop the pilfered throne, provided by Bob Iger, who quite proudly admits to swindling George Lucas out of Star Wars. We'll probably never know exactly what George Lucas's sequel trilogy would have looked like. He was a flawed creator, never quite able to understand what his legion of fans wanted. To him, Star Wars was a bunch of kids' movies with laser swords and walking teddy bears. To us, it was a fantastic mythology about redemption and heroism, the importance of perseverance, and featured characters and stories that inspired us. And for some, more importantly than anything else, Star Wars provided an escape from the real world. Even if Kennedy were suddenly fired today, Lucasfilm will never be what it once was. KK is a cancer, and she's had years to spread. There's probably good people in the company still, but the Kathleen Kennedys and Pablo Hidalgos, who hate the fans and even outright mock us if someone does manage to connect emotionally with Disney's Star Wars, people of their ilk and ideologies fill the house that Lucas built. There's no saving it. I don't say that to be a doomer. I never intended to take the black pill when it comes to the things I love. I loved them for a reason. And that spark, that imagination, the characters I'm so fond of, they're just being twisted and shaped into something grotesque. Many of us thought Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau would right the ship. The Mandalorian was promising. It really was. But in the end, it was a dull, aimless cowboy series surviving only on its Star Wars dressings. Its lone wolf and cub gimmick was run into the ground long ago, and just when it seemed like they would be forced to actually write compelling stories in Season 3, they instead used Book of Boba Fett to reunite Mando and Grogu, proving once and for all that the flagship Disney Plus series is a one-trick pony. John and Dave ain't saving shit, nor is anyone else involved with The Mandalorian or any other piece of Star Wars currently. All that is to say, please don't let Kenobi get your hopes up. We all love Ewan McGregor in the role. He's the most celebrated part of the prequels by far. His enthusiasm in all the behind-the-scenes footage is infectious to this day, but don't let any of that fool you. Don't do that to yourselves. While I won't be spoiling it yet, I've read the leaks. But hell, it's what I predicted in my head when the characters were revealed quite some time ago. The title of this video might be confusing to some. Clearly, Kenobi is a prequel. Duh. But think back to The Last Jedi, especially if you hated it. Remember Luke. His shining moment was a farce. A simple hologram used as a distraction, which then killed him. Before that, he was a failure and a coward, written by someone who was so driven by ego that he refused to adhere to continuity, even while writing the second part of a trilogy. Someone who proudly displayed messages of, quote, "Your Snoke theory sucks," end quote, to taunt fans, because he knew he was spitting in the face of anyone who managed to get excited about the plot J.J. Abrams set up in the movie before. It's that kind of attitude that fuels Kenobi. Fuck continuity, we're doing what we want. Like a kid banging two action figures together, Disney has proudly announced that Kenobi and Vader will have not one, but 2 rematches throughout the series. Does that fit into A New Hope? Now it's spoiler time. Vague spoilers, but spoilers nonetheless. Check out now if you want to avoid them. Without being specific, how do you feel about the idea that Kenobi failed to be a protector? What if you found out Obi-Wan is a failure much like TLJ's Luke, and that the story of A New Hope, and therefore Star Wars as we know it, only happens because a new character has a last-second change of heart and makes a sacrifice where Obi-Wan failed? That Obi-Wan is not the hero in Luke's early life. Everything comes down to the flip of a coin, the Force, made by this new character, played by an actress who is front and center in every interview and promo shot made for Obi-Wan Kenobi, the show where Obi-Wan Kenobi should be the main character. It's disgusting. Kenobi will be more of the same. A true spiritual successor to The Last Jedi. And I ain't donating my time or paying for a Disney Plus subscription to see another childhood hero deconstructed. Now they're comparing Kenobi to Logan and Joker. And maybe they're right. We watched Wolverine die in Logan. We saw a man's sanity die in Joker. Now you will watch Star Wars die in Kenobi. I'm baffled, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.